Hello, welcome to the Basketball Addicts Podcast, the one
Woo!
podcast in the world that where we answer the only question in the world that truly matters. Forget everything else you know. It's only one question in the world that truly matters, and it's how you get hate from outside the finals. You can't even get it. How can you hate from outside the finals when you can't even get in? And that's where we're going to start today
Good
because
question.
Darren right now he's been blowing up my phone, blowing up Jason's phone and talking about the Celtics this, the Celtics that, the Celtics this. If you can't see right now, he's wearing a Larry Bird jersey. He's the
I'm
greatest
also
player.
wearing a Larry Bird jersey.
We got two of them. I mean, like, is it? Is I guess it's me against the world today because you know who we
Yeah.
we bleed purple and gold here as well as wine and gold on this side. So I'm really happy about the Lakers right now, but I guess we could talk about the Celtics. I mean, I guess whatever. Darren, go ahead.
Did anyone miss the 49-point performance from Jason Tatum when he hit the 6 3 pointers here this past week?
Pretty crazy.
It is pretty crazy, and I personally think right now Jason Tatum is the MVP of the league, and that is hard for me to say because I am a big Luca fan, but the way Jason Tatum's playing right now with Jalen Brown, I do agree with Chris right now. He is coming very close to Jason Tatum as he's the way he just dropped 20 before we hopped on here against New Jersey in the first quarter. So their bench also, I'm loving it with the way they are. They can come off like Jason Tatum comes off. Doesn't matter who the bench is. They just pop on. They give him that time. He comes back on. Jason Tatum. You know what? I can't say much more about him. MVP right here. So
Larry Bird MVP.
I
I
would
think you already got a
disagree.
couple.
I would disagree. I would
I would
disagree.
disagree as
I
well.
oh, why would you disagree? You know what? Your Jason, your Philadelphia 76ers are done. All right. So
I
if we
trust me. I know.
so but they are done.
Okay.
What do you think,
I
Jason?
would I would say Luca should be, if he keeps what he's doing up right now, should be running away with this MVP.
Of course.
Because I can understand Jason Tatum being in the running, but I really feel like it should be his MVP to lose. Because right now he's averaging 33 points per game, 8.7 assists, 8.7 rebounds, shooting 50% from the field, and shooting 33% from the 3-point line. Okay, his team's 500. A guy who had a similar great season individually that took his team to the 8th seed was Russell Westbrook. He won an MVP in 2017, averaging 31, 10, and 10, the triple
Hmm.
double year, right? The only other guys to average more than 32 points per game to win the MVP was Kevin Durant in 2014,
Hmm.
MJ in 1988, Bob McAdoo in 1975, Kareem in 1971,
Ooh, that's good.
and Wilt did it twice.
Yeah.
That's it in the history of time. That's how historically relevant this season is. And I wouldn't compare this version of Steve Nash to Jason Tatum, but this is just a good example of we need to get this MVP voting right. Is in 2005 and 2006, the Lakers went 47 and 35. Kobe averaged 35 points per game, led his
Ooh,
team to the 6th seed, and the MVP went to Steve Nash, who led his team to the 3 seed in the West, averaging 18, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists.
oh,
Okay, let's learn
oh
from the
man.
past. And
Yeah.
when we get great seasons like this, they need to be remembered with the MVP. I can understand Jason Tatum, though, is having a great individual season. But if Luca keeps on doing this, I think it's Luca's MVP to lose. It
Sorry,
Of
should
Chris.
be.
course.
Sorry, Chris. Before you go and say your thing, I'm just gonna say it right now. This might make some Canadian fans angry, but Jason Tatum is better than Steve Nash.
Oh, yes.
Oh, without a
Yeah.
doubt.
Yes.
I
See,
mean, like
all right,
Yes.
okay, we're good, we're good. Okay, all right.
he
I
Yes.
just
plays.
want to make sure.
Steve
Yes.
Nash plays
Okay,
soccer.
we're good. Okay, we're
Yep.
fine. Okay, all right, we're good. I was just waiting for like Jason's eyeballs to pop out, just like last time, and then Chris starts
No,
saying no. Okay, we're good. All
I
right, Chris, we're good.
agree.
We're good.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. That's neither here nor there. I mean,
All
I
right,
mean, Jason Tatum averages 30 and is one of the best three defenders in the league at the
and he's
small
been
forward
to the
position.
finals and the finals.
Yeah,
It,
true.
Steve Nash was a good player, but
only
Jason
time,
Tatum's
only time I
top 10
remember
small
Steve
forward of all
Nash
time.
is when Kobe dunked on him baseline and just went on the rim and just looked at him afterwards. That was after when he won
Hmm.
his MVP, Steve Nash. That was probably one of the best
Yeah,
dunks I've ever seen.
Yeah,
yeah,
Steve Nash is known for stealing MVPs. Um,
yeah. He did it from Shaq too.
yeah, he did it for Shaq too.
Yeah.
So 2 of his MVPs he
What do you
shouldn't
think,
have, but
Chris?
hey. So I couldn't agree more with you, Jason. Honestly, I think that
Okay.
Luka's the MVP. You know what I mean? I think that Jason Tatum is a great player, but you have to recognize that that there are some historical greatness. I definitely agree with that. Luka
Yeah.
is historically great this season, and he needs to be rewarded for it. But the one thing that I will say is that when you look at when you compare the two players, right? I would say Luka's the better player. We've seen something like this before. Remember James Harden and Russ, the year that Russ won
Yeah.
the MVP, and he was like, shouldn't wins count for something because the Houston had like the best record, and James Harden was like had like the best
30
stats.
something
He had 30
ridiculous.
something, and then
35,
like,
34. Yeah.
but it becomes the best story sometimes.
True.
Um,
Yeah.
I don't know how the voting is done this year. I think that it might
Hmm.
be more fan
It's
voting, maybe.
it's players,
Possibly.
it's players and reporters. It's like I think it's like 60-40 or something. But I just like to say with the Luca thing, I agree with you guys with Luca being MVP. But how long is he going to be able to play 40 minutes a game? Like
That's very
he
true.
doesn't
Yeah.
have anybody in
Mhm.
Dallas to help him out. It's basically if Luca has a bad game, Dallas is not going to win. With
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Jason Tatum has a bad game. He has Jalen Brown, Marcus Smart. He
Hmm.
has the guys that are coming off the bench.
So many.
Al Horford just signed an
Yeah.
extension, a 2-year extension, so they're really trying to go for that championship this year. So
Hmm.
I think that
And
as long as Luca's healthy, I believe
mhm.
he's got a possibility of taking it. But Jason Tatum keeps playing like this. Oh man, he's gonna
And I
have
think
an
that's what makes the case, though.
MVP and championship in the same year.
Yeah.
Celtics.
Just to
Yeah.
go off what Darren said there, I think that's what makes the case for Luca, though, is that you just said it. Jason Tatum leaves the floor. He still has other people he can depend on to help him win that game. You know what I mean? That he can still
Hmm.
fall back on Jalen Brown. He can fall back on Marcus Smart, onto the bench, onto the coaching staff, and things like that. Luca has literally nobody. He is literally,
True.
if you look up what a most valuable player is, he's the most valuable player to his team. Because if no
True.
Luca, no wins. I mean, yeah, they don't have the
Yeah.
greatest stats and the greatest, standing in the NBA right now. But if Luca was to just fall off the face of the earth tomorrow, they don't win another game the rest of the season.
Victor Wembanyama stakes.
You know what I
Oh,
mean? It's just
here we go again.
mistakes.
Here we go again.
It's
Jason's
it's,
just
it's the
drooling
win.
again.
Oh man.
Victor
I
Bell,
forget every time I watch that
I can't
It's
wait
the
for him to
it's the
come.
winning stakes.
Nah, it's so me. Yeah.
It's the winning
No.
stakes. It's the winning stakes.
Yeah.
It's the winning stakes. If Luca fell off the face of earth tomorrow, it's the winning stakes. They would just lose
Yeah.
every game, maybe win like maybe two more, and that's it. It will be literally nothing. This is what you call the most valuable player. Look at those. I'm gonna say it. You know it's coming. Look at those Cavalier teams.
It's true. I can see the comparison.
They had nothing. They
You know,
had
2005,
they had a
2006.
salt shaker, a broed up piece of
Yeah.
paper, a ring light, and a cell phone, and that's what they had on the team. And it was LeBron, and that's what he took to the finals, and he won MVPs. So if that's the case, if LeBron fell off the face of the planet during that time when he was with the Cavs, his first stint with the Cavs, that team is in the in the lottery. It's a
Yeah.
first round pick every year. That's the same
Mhm.
thing with the Dallas Mavericks. You see the correlation. What I'm saying, this is what you call the most valuable player. You broke it down perfectly. You said if Tatum is off the team, he still has somebody to fall back on. Luka
Mhm.
has nobody to fall back on. LeBron during his first stint in Cleveland had nobody to fall back on. His second best player was Mo Williams. Think about that for a
Yeah.
second.
guess guess who? I just checking out the latest MVP candidates. Guess who's number one
Mhm.
in voting right now? Take a guess.
Giannis.
Is it
Chris?
Tatum?
The Joker,
Is it Luka?
Nikola.
What?
Jokic. Yep.
When did this happen?
So
He's
on
averaging like 24 a game.
hold on. Before we go, I would like to say, basketball reference. You're probably going to be getting a copy of this, but I've been sending you stuff. I've been looking off of your lovely website again, and you have Nikola Jokic number 1, Luka Doncic 2, Tatum 3, Giannis 4.
What?
Yeah, Steph Curry 5, Devin Booker 6, Donovan Mitchell 7, Durant 8.
That's not the real standings.
Yeah, that they upgrade these every week.
That's the website.
Yeah, Anthony Davis, and number 10 is Zion Williamson for MVP. It's on the it's their MVP award tracker. on the Basketball Reference.
Wow.
That's crazy,
No
hey?
way.
Yeah. Just think if the Joker
In-
wins 3 MVPs, he's going to be up there with the second greatest player of all time, Larry Bird.
I knew that was coming.
I have something different here.
Oh,
Those
I
It
two
got
days
might be a
ago.
different website.
Was it? It's right here.
I-
Whoop, sorry. Oh shit. Hold on.
Yeah, it's kind of bright there. I have it.
Yeah.
I
It
have
might
it
be
differently. It
different.
says 2 days ago. Did they update it today? Just now?
No. But 2 days ago, they usually do it like they'll probably do it again this week. So maybe they will change. But
Yeah, because I have Tatum,
Let
Doncic,
me ask you guys this
Jokic.
question.
Antetokounmpo, and Booker.
How would you rank Tatum, Doncic, and Giannis in the top 3 in the MVP race so far for you guys?
Tatum,
So far for me?
Tatum.
Yeah.
Who was it? Tatum.
Tatum, Giannis,
Don-
Luca.
Oh.
How would you rank them for MVP? Top 3.
Like 1, 2, and 3?
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
I would do Luca, Giannis, Tatum.
Well, I'm going Tatum. Luca, Giannis. Giannis
I'm
has got to
going-
start. Sorry, before Jason.
Go ahead.
Giannis has got to start hitting some free throws. Free throws.
True, yeah. Hey,
The
he
guy-
made a couple.
Yeah, but he takes him 20 seconds to shoot the. I don't swear much, but it takes him 20 seconds to shoot the fucking free throws.
Yeah.
No, did you see the timer pop up on the game?
Yeah, right.
It was a home game, and he put the timer up.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Come on now.
Russell Westbrook's going 1,000, 2 1,000. You can see him on the side.
Yeah,
two,
I saw
four,
that.
1,000. Sorry, Jason. I'm just saying.
No,
Free
it's
throws.
funny. No, it's funny. Yeah.
Who you
I
got,
would
Jay?
go the same as Chris because Giannis having a great season. He's averaging like 31 this year too, with all his stuff he does, rebounding, passing, defending. So I'd have Giannis 2, Tatum 3. But I feel like it's a big tier gap between the third and fourth guy. It's a
Yeah.
huge difference. These guys are in a completely different group than everybody else. So yeah,
Jason.
let me ask you this.
Jason,
go ahead.
sorry. I just want to say, what did the Boston Celtics ever do to you? It's like if I said like if the Boston Celtics were like they are the number 1 team and there's like 2 other teams, you'll pick the other 2 teams before Boston. Like you'll put them on the bottom. I don't know why. What did they do to you when you were younger? Did they beat your team in the playoffs or something and just ruin your childhood or something?
You want to know something surprising for you? My favorite old player growing up that wasn't LeBron James was Larry Bird.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Well, show
yeah.
some
I'll say
respect to Boston. Like, come on, man.
I'll say one good thing about the Boston Celtics. You ready for this?
One.
The Kevin Garnett, Rajon Rondo, Ray Allen ring is an underrated all-time team.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I can agree with that.
that whole team,
Vultures.
like Perkins,
Yeah,
the
it
whole
was
team.
really deep. Mm-hmm.
They're like the Raptors.
There you go.
They all came together
Yeah.
to win a championship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. There we go. There you go. All right. So
Wait.
let's
Go ahead.
Go
Jay.
ahead.
I
Okay.
was gonna ask a question
So-
real quick. Go ahead, Go ahead.
Oh, here we
Well,
go.
You can go ahead. You can
Here
go with
we
your question
go.
first.
Who's the question for?
Go, Chris.
It's for
go.
it's for all of us. I was gonna say, like, do you think that AD could sneak into the MVP race?
Not a
in your
fucking
opinion.
chance.
Not if
On
healthy.
those
You see his
if
numbers?
healthy, if he's healthy
on
and
those
dropping.
glass legs.
Listen, if the only way he's going to even go into the top 5 of MVP voting is if he posts 36 and 20 or whatever he's been doing, and they make the playoffs. So that means he has to be
He's putting up
healthy.
MVP numbers right now.
He's
You
not
know
gonna
what?
play
MVP
more than 50
numbers.
games.
You know what? It's like watching like you go into like an art museum and you see something like really
Mhm.
really expensive and you just waiting for it to drop and break. That's the
Mhm.
way I'm watching AD right now. It's just like
Yeah,
you're just,
waiting.
You're just waiting for a rebound. Is it going to be a slip? Like he slipped like
Dude,
3 nights
push.
ago. And he was on the ground.
Ah.
Everyone, you can see on Twitter. I watch on Twitter. Everyone's like praying like this. Oh my God! I hope he's okay. He drinks water.
Yep.
People are just concerned because it might dribble on the ground, and boom, he's done.
Oh my goodness.
The
All right.
disrespect. All right, Jason, go ahead.
I'm a Celtics fan. I you know what? I bought a Magic Johnson jersey. I use it as toilet paper. All right. That's what I
Wow.
did. Yeah, I am not a Lakers
That's-
fan.
Ow.
Ah,
I'm gonna say this for a fact, and Jason's gonna agree with me. Magic owns Bird. There we go.
What?
ooh.
How does Magic own
Magic-
Bird? Does Magic have 3 MVPs?
Who won all the championships?
Magic. Who do you think won? Magic?
Magic got more championships than Bird.
Well, that doesn't
Yes.
matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Championships. How many championships?
They were
do they have
going back
each?
and forth. They were in the same year. They were going back and forth consistently.
Hold
They
on.
were. This was the two people who saved the NBA in the '80s. These are the it guys. Magic over Bird. He won more championships.
You know what?
I do think Magic's slightly a better.
If Magic was so good, then why didn't they have a video game called Magic versus Jordan? They didn't. They had one called Bird versus Jordan. You know why? Because Magic wasn't good enough at Larry Bird's level to be in a video game. That means Larry Bird was better than Magic. Doesn't matter about
Whatever. This man
championship.
slipped and hurt his back. It was never the same again.
He was trying to do a driveway and he hurt his back, okay? Get it
Yeah,
straight.
that's true. That's very true. Yeah.
He was trying to help his mom build
He's
a
a
driveway.
basketball player, not a contractor.
I mean, Magic did.
You
Miss
know how much they
some
got paid
period of
back
time
in
of
those days?
basketball.
It's what a player gets paid in a week. Of course, he had to go pave his mom's driveway, man. He didn't have any money to do anything with. He got paid $3 million a season. These guys get this in 2 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. At least he came back.
Okay, don't do that because Magic coached. He was a player, and he eventually became a.
Listen,
he was in the front office.
I don't know if we're gonna put this in here, but if Magic didn't fuck everything in LA, he would have been still playing basketball.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Did
didn't
Lar-
know this. This was just me to trigger you. That's what I did that for because I knew that would get you upset. But Magic is better.
Oh, I'm not
Anyway, let's move on.
I am not upset. I'm just stating facts. If Magic Johnson didn't fuck everything, he would have been still playing in the NBA. He still would have been doing
we don't
stuff.
know that.
Are you kidding me? This guy he was nailing cheerleaders left and right, man. Playing. I think he almost broke Will Chamberlain's record for fucking the most women.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I wasn't ready for that. All right.
Listen, you poked the bear, buddy, and that's what
I
happened.
did. I did it on purpose. I did it exactly on purpose. I just wanted to see what the reaction was going to be. And
Well,
it was
you
worth
got
every moment. It was worth it. It was worth it.
That's
It
PG.
was worth it.
I know this is.
Yeah, that was PG.
This is PG. I don't want to. We can put that on the YouTube channel. I don't even know if they even post the shit I'll put on there about Magic. Don't even get me started about that guy. Man. Anyways.
I think it's like, I'm just saying it actually got one more, so I'm sorry.
All right.
Hold on, I just got a question. Since you want to bring up Magic, did he ever get cured by HIV? Because he is the healthiest motherfucker I've ever seen with HIV. All right? He's like playing basketball. He's doing layups. He's like healthy as shit. Has he cured it?
I don't know. I think he's been taking like drugs to help subside.
Yeah, I don't think that HIV is
effects.
curable. I
Yeah.
think it's just you just lower that you just don't have symptoms or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it's an immune disease.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love Magic Johnson up until he started fucking every LA white chick and then caught the HIV. That's basically about it.
Yeah.
The HIV.
All right, Chris,
Alright,
go
so
on.
I'm gonna go ahead and transition here.
Yeah.
So-
go ahead, Jay.
This is gonna be a fun conversation because we already know Darren's answer.
Yeah.
So the
Well-
Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics are looking like the top two teams in the Eastern Conference, and I want to see what you guys think is gonna happen in the Eastern Conference Finals when the Bucks and the Boston Celtics play against each other.
Have you
Darren, what do
seen
you
seen Jurassic Park when the Tyrannosaurus Rex rips the fucking goat apart? That's what's going to happen with the Bucks, and that's what's going to happen with Boston when they go against the Bucks. There's no way, even with Chris Middleton coming back into the lineup against Giannis, there's no way they're going to beat Boston in 7 games. No way.
Okay, Chris.
I got Milwaukee.
Of course, he's got Milwaukee.
I got Milwaukee. I got Milwaukee. I think Chris Middleton coming back does even the playing field. And then I don't know if anybody else was watching that Milwaukee Lakers game, but
Mhm.
if Drew Holiday could keep shooting like that, it's a problem. That was ridiculous. He missed like 2 shots, 2 threes
Mhm.
the entire game. Ridiculous. Like it was crazy. I was like, damn, is he gonna make every single shot? It was like, like I understand like you may not be able to really, depend on Grayson Allen. You're not really trying to. But I'll say this again. I'll say this once and I'll say it again. If you can have all three of those guys clicking, it's a problem for everybody. That's
Oh
a
yeah.
defensive monster, and if Drew Holiday can shoot like that, it becomes an offensive monster. Because you already know what Giannis is going to do. Who's going to stop Giannis from penetrating, from run, jump, dunk onto the Kumpo? Who's going to stop that?
Do you know who's going to stop Giannis? Free throws. That's what's going to stop Giannis. That guy, unless they switch the thing to 20 seconds, there's no way in hell this guy's going to be able to make it to the finals again because he can't hit free throws. If you try to put him in the third and fourth quarter, what is he going to do? You put him on the line, he might go 1 for 1. Most of the time, 0 for 2. I just saw him the other night. Even in the Bucks, they started counting him for 10 seconds. So I just don't understand. That's the only thing stopping him. Like down, he's going to get hack-a-shack. That's what's going to start happening. So.
I thought you couldn't do that at the end of the quarter, though. I think there's rules against that now.
You can foul him whenever. I would foul him in the fourth and just be like, "Hey, go ahead, beat us at the free throw line." I'd be giggling at the free throw line. I'd be like, "You couldn't even hit a shot. Come on, man!" Like he can't. His jump shot has not improved. I don't see him using it a lot like he's supposed to this season. He's still trying to go inside, Euro step, all that kind of stuff. But he needs to start getting that outside game if they want the Bucks to win another championship. Boston's just too deadly with their starting five and their bench.
Yeah. I want to argue this, but go ahead, Jay.
All right. So this is first things first. I feel like it's kind of sad that both of them are in the Eastern Conference because I feel like these are by far and away the best two teams in the league right now. And if the Bucks were in the West, we'd be like, it's a shoe-in for this to be the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna agree with Chris, but for different reasons. I'm a big matchup guy, and I feel like the way to easily beat the Milwaukee Bucks and the Milwaukee Bucks' biggest weakness is drop coverage, right? You have to have guards that can expose you from the 3-point line, run the pick and roll, shot create from the 3-point line. And even though the Boston Celtics have guards that can hit standstill 3-point shots, they don't really have a guard shot creator other than maybe Jaylen Brown, but that's not really his specialty. So it's not like that weakness of the Bucks of drop coverage is going to get exposed that expertly. And on the other end of the basketball court, offensively speaking, when they put Brook Lopez in the corner and they put him at the 3-point line, the only weakness of the Boston Celtics is height. And the Milwaukee Bucks are a bad matchup because of that. Because once they put Brook Lopez out there, if Robert Williams is a great defender, Al Horford is a great defender. They're both 6'9", and Robert Williams might be 6'10". Like Giannis is gonna come with a head of steam, and he's gonna he might get to the foul line, not shoot well, but he's gonna put your guys the front courts in foul trouble, right? So and Giannis is just playing at such an highly, extremely great level. I think it would go 7. I think it would be the best NBA playoff series of the whole playoffs. I would take the Bucks, and it's surprising for me because I wouldn't have guessed this at the beginning of the season, but I would go Bucks. I'd go Bucks.
Know what? I don't want to have to say this,
the Bucks all the way.
But I would just like there's a lot of racism towards the Boston Celtics.
Wait, pause. Hold on, wait. Flag on the play. Time out. Racism. I think it's the wrong word.
There's a lot of stuff being said here about the Celtics. Like, come on. Like, honestly, I give you Brook Lopez, but they are too.
Bobby Portis.
Well, they are playing. Yeah, I saw them the other day. Bobby Portis.
Too much height.
Yeah.
Too much height.
I like Brook Lopez though. He's a beast on the. I think he's in the top 5 of rebounding and
blocks
or something like that.
League in blocks.
But you get him on that 3-point line. He's one of the top. I would say top 5 big men that can shoot from the 3 decently. Yeah, he can shoot better. He can shoot better than Giannis, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Who wins in a free throw contest? Ben Simmons or Giannis?
Giannis. He's at least gonna shoot them.
That's true.
Right. Wait, I was not expecting that, but that's a good answer. I would say Ben, but that's just me being me.
Well, when he plays.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Go
Giannis
ahead,
might
Trey.
just take the extended version. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot to say that. Also the Milwaukee Bucks defense is set up to stop the interior attack, like shot prevention at the rim. And with Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown being so great at getting to the rim, it's also another reason why I think that's a bad matchup. So I'm just came
Yeah.
off my head. Yeah.
All right. Well, you guys just hate the Boston Celtics. Let's move on. Let's
I
move on
don't
to
hate the
something else.
Boston Celtics. Milwaukee is just. I think that they're the better team. I think it's gonna be a great matchup. I think it's pretty evenly matched, but I think it's really gonna be the hype thing, and who's gonna stop Giannis. And we already talked about this now. Like Brook Lopez, like he's a difference maker now because he not only can he bang inside, but he can also bring it outside. And you have Bobby Portis as well. And then if Drew Holiday is gonna play the way he was playing against the Lakers, then watch out because it's gonna be a problem.
There's a lot of ifs
pretty much
here.
over with.
There's a lot of ifs.
If was a fifth, we all be drunk, and I'll be the drunkest because I'm talking about what ifs because we don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Somebody get hurt tomorrow. Knock on wood. But
I'm looking at stats now, and I'm seeing the Boston Celtics NBA championships or NBA championship this season.
Want to bet? Want to bet, Darren?
I bet you $20.
Ooh.
I bet you 20
Oh,
Canadian
okay.
dollars, which I don't know what it is American. It'd probably be cheaper.
Is
but
that like
yeah,
$5 American?
maybe. You know what, man? You can get me back for saying that stuff about Magic Johnson, but I will not tolerate you talking about our Canadian dollar. Yes, it is less than a Mexican peso, but we're trying here, okay? We're trying here.
That's a good transition into the last podcast. We talked about the Canadian League
Oh God.
and us choosing one player from the Canadian League. So my player that I chose was Javan Delorier. Last year he played
You
on.
can't even
Nigeria-
pronounce his
Nigeria-
full name.
Ni-
You can't even pronounce his full name. What
It's
was
a tough
the
name?
What was his of all the names you picked? You picked that one. There's like I didn't even. Okay,
Delorier.
you go ahead, Jason. I got my own thing here. You go ahead.
No, it's okay. He played at Niagara River Lions. He was the all whatever the fuck it is first team.
So first off, you
last
do the
season.
research, and then you just totally go off topic and just start dropping f bombs on my country. Oh,
my
man.
goodness.
All right. All right.
And he played at Duke in college. I'm a big Duke fan, so that's the reason why I chose him. He's playing in Greece right now. 10-day contract with the Milwaukee Bucks. So Canadian League. Let's get it. All right. What do you
All
guys
right,
have?
Chris. Since Chris is doing the research right now and writing it down, what's your pick, Chris? Maybe you
That
can
was
pronounce.
between two players, right? It's either Xavier Wood or Khalil Ahmad.
Xavier,
and
isn't it Xavier Wood is a
Xavier Wood.
wrestler? It's Xavier
Xavier
Moon.
Woods.
No, Xavier Moon,
No, it's
isn't it?
Woods.
It's Moon.
Is it Moon?
Yeah, you said Xavier Moon.
Xavier Moon. Why did I say
Xavier
Wood?
Woods is the porno guy in the WWE or something like that. Yeah,
What?
he did like a porno. He's
Yeah,
in the
Xavier Moon.
Yeah, he's from New Day. Xavier Woods did a porno and he's a WWE wrestler. But anyways,
Interesting life story.
yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he played for the Edmonton Stingers. He also was signed for
Scary
with the
name.
Ontario Clippers.
It's
Okay,
Stingers.
but the-
It's Stingers. Okay, you got it. Show
Like
some
Finger Slash.
respect.
Edmonton
go on.
Stingers. And he was a CBL Player of the Year 3 years in a row from
Ooh.
2019 to 2021. While playing for them, he played college basketball for Northwest Florida State and Morehead State. He's like 6'2", 165 pounds. He's like, he weighs as much as me, which is crazy. And he plays for Ontario Clippers now, so he's in the G League now. So good on him. He's not in the CBL
Yep.
anymore. It seems like people don't stay in the CBL long. I guess maple syrup
It's
isn't
just
all.
the path to greatness.
I guess maple syrup isn't all it's cracked up to be because nobody's saying. All right, Dan, who you got?
Oh, sorry, are you guys done? All right,
Yeah,
we're
we're
good.
done.
We're good. Okay. Well, my CBL player, when I was trying to find it on Twitter, I got banned by the CEO, so I just gave up. So if we could just move on, please, from this, you guys. I'm gonna start getting death threats in Canada, and it's gonna be a big problem here because they're gonna be able to find me in the middle of fucking nowhere. So-
like they're like
Oh my goodness.
paying
Sorry.
like $50 in maple
Sorry.
syrup. So I
Did-
mean, like,
Who was Chris's guy? Because I nodded off there. That's what happens when I have to go to sleep at night. I put it on and I'm gone.
Xavier Moon. Xavier Moon.
Okay, we're good. Can we talk about something else? Like honestly, it feels like I just woke up for some
He
reason.
plays for G League, Ontario Clippers.
Oh my goodness.
Stupidest fucking league ever. Let's
He was the
see.
player of the year 3 times in a row.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Alrighty. Go ahead.
I don't even
All
know.
right.
I don't even know what we should transition to. Other than that,
Okay,
that's about.
I got it. One last thing on the transition list. Actually, two last things. So, Chris, I remember you talking to me about some rumor mills type stuff, some trade reports, some
Mhm.
things that people are talking about. So, I wanted to see what kind of trade ideas have been floated around, just so we can talk about it.
Alrighty, yeah. So the rumor mill is like, I was saying some things, some Woj stuff, like some Bleacher Report stuff. Who, you never
Mhm.
know who you can truly touch and trust. But
Touch.
One thing
Who,
I
you-
was
who are you
saying-
touching? Who are you
please,
touching?
please, sorry. Look, I may be in Cleveland, I may be a Browns fan, but I'm not Deshaun.
Oh,
Whoa! You just jumped off the deep end with that one, Chris.
I can't wait to
It's
go
all
and put. I,
jokes.
I
It's
can't
all
wait to put
jokes.
basketball addicts and then put Cleveland and then Cleveland Brown at Cleveland.
It's all jokes.
You
It's
might
all
be
jokes. It's
coming
all
to
jokes.
Canada.
This will
just
be
for-
the last podcast
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right.
It's
Sorry.
all jokes. It's all jokes. It's all jokes. No problem. No problem. So yeah,
Goodness.
it's, you never know who you can trust. Like Bleacher Report. I don't know. So like it was some things where I think they were talking about trading Russ for like DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic from the
Mhm.
Bulls, and like the Bulls aren't doing great right now. I think they're kind of trying. I think they're gonna eventually blow it up because a lot of teams are really watching the Bulls right now. They can get some piece of that because I think Caruso is going to be gone soon. I think there's going to be a lot of movement either before or after the All-Star break. Because
Well,
that team's about to
why-
explode. They're about to get a lot of picks. They're moving Zach LaVine. They're moving probably DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic, and probably Caruso as well because
Well-
they don't have anything. I mean, like they don't like they have like I think they're kind of moving toward that. Zach LaVine's been hurt. You know what I mean? They don't have Lonzo right now. They don't feel like they're in a winning position anymore. So they would rather get something back. So I was seeing that Russ might be like they were thinking Russ for DeMar DeRozan and Vucevic. I don't think they should do that at all. And then also was seeing that they might do Patrick Beverly and Kendrick Nunn for somebody, you know what I mean, and possibly throw some picks in there. I could see that maybe. I wouldn't do Patrick Beverly per se, but Kendrick Nunn, I don't think that he's adding anything to the team. He's a waste of a roster spot at this point. My bad. Sorry, just being honest.
Mhm.
So I feel like they could put somebody else with him and maybe throw some picks in there and just kind of like get like a nice 3-and-D shooter, maybe another big, so that Anthony Davis can move down because he don't like playing the center anyway. Something like that.
You know what,
But yeah, what do you guys think?
Chris? You got to give it up. The Lakers are playing great right now, but they are not making the playoffs, and they are sure in the hell are not going to be making winning no NBA championship this year. I have no idea why
Bet.
they were.
How much you want to bet?
I told you.
Whoa.
I told you $20 Canadian, which is $5 US currency
Can I
right
have a barrel
now.
of maple syrup?
I will tape the $20 bill and send it by what is it called? The Canadian Goose. You probably get it in a couple months. But I have no idea why people would want to still trade Russell Westbrook. He's playing good off the bench. Leave the guy alone. Just trade someone else.
It's just rumor mill.
Well, I don't know. I would leave
He's
the
playing really great. I wouldn't do it.
I would leave him alone and start putting that pressure on Anthony Davis. It's time for him to step up or shut up or get out of LA. Like he's really got to start doing something here. Keep on playing like that the whole way through the NBA season. They might make the playoffs, but they will not be winning the championship because the Celtics will be taking it this year. You see how I
They'll give us some
transitioned that
problems.
in?
Oh yeah, beautiful.
They're going to give a
transition
team a
there.
problem. If they sneak into the 8th spot somehow, they're going to give the number 1 seed a problem for sure.
Well, I bet you $20 Canadian on that, which is probably about $5 right now, and probably about 2 months from now, or by the time the end of the season, it'll be down to about $3.75. So that's about.
Can I get a jug of maple syrup with that?
What's with you and maple syrup? Is it like a fetish or something?
Yeah, that's
I don't
weird.
even. Yeah, Jason, it's just not me. But every time it's like
That's
Canada
weird.
maple
Yeah.
syrup. I don't want to bring much more time into this. This is a whole nother episode.
Hey.
This is some couch time here. That's what you need for some maple syrup, buddy. But we're here for you. I can send
Yeah,
you some.
show some respect, Chris. The first thing you should think about when you see
When
Canada
you-
is the CBL,
Yeah.
not syrup.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait. I just like pancakes. Just need some.
I will
You
send you some.
simple-minded
I-
American.
Yeah, like come on.
Minded American, right? I just think maple syrup when I think Canada. My bad. I'm sorry.
I can't
All I think
believe
about is
this.
maple syrup and Drake. Sorry.
Drake. Hold on. You're thinking about maple syrup and Drake at the same time right now?
No, I said when I think Canada, all I think about is
You
maple
got some
syrup
crazy
and Drake.
thoughts, my guy.
Yeah. This is.
I guess. Maybe I just don't know how to speak English. I don't understand it. That's what it is.
Well.
There it is. I don't understand,
my goodness.
commas and stuff like that. So
Well, welcome to Canada, buddy.
Jesus.
All right, Jason. Let's. What do you want to transition to next? What's the next
Oh,
rumor
no.
bill here? How about
Oh,
your
yeah,
How about
let's
your
talk
number
about
one
that.
future draft pick you want to talk about all the time? That guy, since you've ordered every single jersey with his name on it coming into next season.
I mean,
that
he's
man's a cheat
godly.
code. That's
Yeah.
the cheat code. Have you just see what he
He's
did?
really.
I don't feel like he's overrated. I don't feel like he's underrated. I feel like he's rated correctly. I feel that it's just like the league that he's in right now. It's just he's leaps and bounds better than everybody else. So it's like it just looks like it's a high school game with like that one great player on the team, and I'm just like, yo, like it's not even. I mean, at this point, I don't know what it's gonna look like in the NBA, but it's not. I mean, it's kind of fun to watch him a little bit, but not really because it's just like he's just better than everybody else.
He's crazy. Yeah.
Well, if I
He's
was
What
crazy.
about the?
if I was the Lakers, I would be tanking
He
the
shows
whole
off a lot,
season
too.
just to get him. Well, yeah, man. He's like
Yeah.
seven, he's like 8 feet tall. His wingspan's about
confidence.
his
hell.
wingspan's about 20
Shows
feet.
off a lot.
His wingspan, and whenever he dunks, he goes go gadget. Like he just stretches out.
Yeah.
when he dunks. He
Mhm.
just goes whoop like that. His handle's ridiculous. I just saw him on the league pass
Yes.
there. He was just doing like
Yeah.
dribbling drills around 4 people. You don't see guys
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
that
and then
doing
he
that.
falls down.
No,
It's
it's
not-
crazy.
it's
Shoots
not
one
so
leg
much
and
the-
falls down.
I think what you're seeing now is you're seeing the NBA transition into more of the international style because you're seeing in the Olympics, USA is now not USA is not the number one team in the world right now in basketball in the
Mhm.
rankings.
Yeah.
True.
Spain took it. So,
Yeah.
so there, Americans.
Did anybody see Dwight Howard in Taiwan?
Yeah,
I
got
haven't
him.
seen it
I
recently.
got him on my NBA 2K. I shoot threes with him all the time. I just leave him out there and just shoot, and boom.
That
I
was
think
crazy.
he should
scored, like,
be
30-some
playing.
points.
He could at least play for the Detroit Pistons, the Magic.
The Lakers.
He could even play for the. He could help out Luca in Dallas.
Yeah,
At least
true.
do something to help out. He definitely could help out the Lakers. The Lakers
Yeah.
can't
He's not
shoot
coming
with
back
a.
no time soon, though.
DeMarcus Cousins should be in the league, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, they
So-
should not. He should not be trying to get a contract from Taiwan.
Yeah.
No way. He should have an NBA contract.
I agree. Yeah, but back to the trade rumor. From my perspective, I would go with saying that the Lakers are 10-12, so it's reasonable to try to get something salvageable to try to make a push for the 7 to 8 seed because but it's tough to sell those 2025 2027 picks because they're gonna suck then. Like this is gonna be past LeBron. 80 is gonna be out of his prime. Like it's like in his prime, but the end of his prime. And
Mhm.
a guy I could see fitting and helping is Vucevic because he can move 80 to the 4. He can post. He can shoot threes. He can rebound. He can shot block at the rim. So it makes sense. But if I'm the Chicago Bulls, I wouldn't do that in a million years. I wouldn't
Yeah.
trade Vucevic for Russell Westbrook when I have Lonzo Ball, and I wouldn't move DeMar DeRozan, who just averaged like 28 last year. Zach LaVine's just not fully healthy yet, so I would let it play out. I don't even have Lonzo Ball yet, so I just let it play out if I'm the Bulls. But yeah, the Lakers are just in a tough spot, man, where Russ is hard to move. He's got such a big contract, but that's like the only thing they can do.
I don't think they should move him.
No,
I
they
don't.
shouldn't. But the
I don't
Lakers,
think they should move Russ.
like I said, I bet Chris $20 Canadian that the Lakers will not be making the playoffs this year.
They're 10-12 right now. They might have a
I'm
chance.
telling you.
Also, Anthony Davis
think-
just dropped a 55-point game.
Oh my god. MVP.
Oh,
Against
hey,
yeah, who are they playing against? They're playing against the
Wizards.
Wizards. Like, come on.
they don't. play
Giannis was
defense.
baby food to Anthony Davis. He dropped 44 on his head. Baby
Giannis,
food.
Giannis dropped
Baby
42.
food.
How does that work? If Giannis dropped 40 and AD dropped 40, that sort of doesn't.
No, he dropped 44. Those 4 points make a difference.
How many
But
rebounds?
Giannis passes.
Yeah.
He had more rebounds too.
Oh my God.
Giannis just had assists. Anthony Davis not passing the ball.
Let me ask you this question: who was the better player in that game, Giannis Antetokounmpo or Anthony Davis?
Anthony Davis.
Oh, come on, man! The passing of Giannis still pushes.
Listen, if he may live in Cleveland, but if he gets cut, he's bleeding purple and yellow. Chris, all right? You could say.
I told you that already.
Yeah, you can say anything, man. It's Lakers all the way. You could say like LeBron James or Michael Jordan. He's gonna go LeBron James. Of course, Michael
Hey,
Jordan is the
agreed.
greatest. But come on.
That's agreed. What? That's common sense there.
Oh, okay. All right, we got him back. We're good. We are good.
It's LeBron over MJ any day. Like,
yeah,
Hold
Draymond
on.
Green agrees too.
You say LeBron.
exactly. Wait. Yeah, you see that? Jay? That's you did that video.
I
On
sent you.
Twitter?
Yeah, I saw it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Draymond
Green
had-
thinks. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Drake thinks that LeBron is number 1 and MJ is number 2, Kobe 3, Steph 4, Shaq 5.
Don't know how that happened. Let's just disregard the Kobe ranking because there's Kareem, Will, but
Larry.
when
He's kinda
Draymond, we agree with something that Draymond Green says, we focus on that, and when we disagree, we don't focus on it because that's being a media, sports
Listen,
media.
I don't listen to anything Draymond Green says. When he said he's the greatest defensive player of all time, I basically just said you're an idiot, and I just don't listen to him anymore. Because he's obviously not the greatest defensive player of all time. It's Bill Russell, so let's just knock that off.
You could make the cut.
So
The
Yeah.
one thing I would find interesting about Bill Russell is that I actually think he would be a better fit in today's game because he's 6'10", he's switchable, like he's perfect for the center position.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
It's
guys
like a
watch any
better
of those,
version of Bam.
if you guys watch any of those documentaries on League Pass, but I just got done watching Wilt's 100, and watching those Bill Russell was doing, and just watching some of the footage between Bill Russell and Wilt battling,
Yeah.
those guys would rip apart this league.
And
Yeah.
also a shout out if the NBA app ever wants to throw us some money, we love it. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
You know, we love
Pass
any,
is awesome.
we love any
Yeah.
money, anything, any type of money,
Yeah.
as long as it's hold on, as long as it's legal.
As long as it's
All right.
clean.
Yeah, and it's
clean
clean.
and legal money.
Yeah, don't be thinking you can go and start laundering money over here into Canada because that's not going to happen. All right. Don't be giving me the code word, Darren. Could you send over some maple syrup?
Maple
Yeah,
syrup.
maple syrup.
Oh my goodness.
So we're taking all sponsorships. We're doing pretty well. We're doing very
Hey.
well in the things. We have a 5-star ranking. You can send more of those. But any money is good money for Christmas. So if anyone's out there,
Hey, extra money, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Sponsor us. Why not?
Little
Yeah.
extra maple syrup money, you know. Make sure we have
Yeah.
plenty in the cabinet.
Just a
No.
little bit. I can buy tickets for the CBL, and I can watch my favorite player, Xavier Moon,
Ooh, yes,
It doesn't-
exactly.
and fall asleep on the in the
Listen,
bleachers.
it doesn't even like bug me, like because you guys already see like one eye's already starting to nod off here. Don't make it 2 because it's gonna be like this. I'm serious. When I watch it, it's like a couple seconds like this. That's me watching. That's me going to sleep. Just out drool all over my face. Sometimes I'll have like a Kit Kat bar and it looks like I shit on myself because it's like all melted and shit all over me. It's a disaster, a complete disaster watching the CBL here. I told you guys we should have just cut this to a minute with the CBL. We've gone into about 5 to 10 minutes.
It's not my fault. You know, I just say we should watch Xavier Moon play. I'm sorry.
No, you just want some.
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say maple syrup, but the Xavier Moon came out to block the. You need some help. That's what you need.
You know, only person that needs help is Larry Bird trying to beat Xavier Moon 1-on-1.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know where this is going, and you guys are trying to push the buttons. But that would never happen. You know what? Larry Bird would beat Xavier Moon after he wrecked his back on helping his mom with the drive. Actually, he would probably beat Xavier Moon in his mom's driveway after he hurt his back. All right. So
Oh my goodness. Oh.
Xavier Moon will cross Larry Bird.
and I'm trying to like I don't
back
like
into his
swearing much,
first
but
year in college.
I'm trying to keep this an even thing for that Spotify doesn't go from explicit to like rated R. Then we start going like rated R, double R. So I think that Magic Johnson one's gonna get us flagged here. Most definitely.
Goodness.
So
I mean, Magic Johnson can beat up Xavier Moon.
with or without your HIV.
Both.
See, I just like to say this because I was a big Magic Johnson fan, but he really let me down when he did that. Like, he could have just, like, practiced safe sex and he could have played longer. But when he did that, it's sort of like, I was a big Magic Johnson fan. He could have done so much, man. I don't know. It's rough.
I think differently about that, right? Because I think it's just a time period, you know, like, it'd be like his, like, late 70s, early 80s. It's just a time period. It's
Mhm.
like, especially like when he's you know, playing and things like that. It's just a difference. You know, like now we look at things a lot differently than we did then. You know, like
True.
think about it for a second. Drugs were more prevalent then, and they were doing harder drugs.
Didn't
then,
they have
you know what I mean?
condoms back then?
How many people were on cocaine?
Didn't they have
I'm pretty
condoms?
sure they did.
Well, why didn't you?
But it wasn't a big thing. You know, I'm pretty sure everybody was pretty. Listen, have you seen those movies about the 70s? Let's not go there. We've all seen those.
Well, yeah, the 70s, but still, like, when you're going and nailing, like, a chick every, like, 2 or 3 minutes, or, I don't even know, like, how many chicks he did or whatever, but I know he did a lot. You would think that maybe you use a condom, or you would plastic wrap it, or
I
do
think it's
something.
just a time period.
Wow.
I think it's just time period, man. I think it's just time period. I'm not excusing it. I'm just saying it's a time period.
Okay.
People thought differently. I'm pretty sure they did.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure. I wasn't back in
Medicine
the
was
70s.
nowhere near on the level it is now. You
No.
know, people think differently. You know what I mean? The research that we have now was not available then. So just, you know, hey, it was a learning experience. It was sad it happened. You know, wish you could have had a longer career. But it is what it is.
It's true.
It's just a time period.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Jason, what do you want to transition to next?
Okay, perfect question. Perfect question. So the last topic I have to transition to before we could just talk about whatever is why is Paulo Banquero's amazing rookie year not being talked about so much? So basically the stats on this is insane. He's averaging 22.6 points per game, 6.7 rebounds, 3.6 assists off of 46% field goal percentage. All right, so to put this in perspective, John Morant, when he won the Rookie of the Year, 17 points per game off of 7.3 assists. Luka did it, 21 points per game, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. Let's look at Karl Anthony Towns. He averaged 18, 10 rebounds. Dame Dalla, All-Star, All-NBA guy, 19 points per game. Kyrie Irving, All-Star, All-NBA guy, 18 points per game. Blake Griffin had a year where he sat out the whole year because of injury, and he had similar stats, but that was technically his second year, so you can disregard that. But even guys like Derrick Rose had 16.8 points per game. Kevin Durant had 20. I mean, we'd call him the greatest scorer of the past decade. I mean, Chris Paul had 16 and 7. LeBron James had 25 and 5. Okay, you know what I mean? And even last 25 years, even if you had Tim Duncan and Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan had 21, 11 rebounds, which is a great stat line, and Allen Iverson had 23, 4 and 7. So Paulo Banquero is averaging super elite rookie season numbers, but we're not talking about him like at all.
Hold
like
on.
Why?
Well, you forgot about another person's rookie season, which is the second greatest basketball player of all time, Larry Bird. He had 21 points a game in his rookie season, and he also, because I'm looking up the Basketball Reference right now,
I only did the last 25 years.
Oh, all right. Well, anyways.
For the stats.
Well, okay.
And hey, Larry Legend is one of the top 10 greatest players of all time.
No.
Yeah, sure he has
no, that's okay. That's okay. We don't want to bring up his rookie season. That's okay.
He's great.
I think Pablo. What's his name? I don't even.
Banquero.
Paulo Banquero.
And who does he play for? Because I don't even follow him.
Orlando Magic.
Yeah,
Magic.
that's why I don't fucking follow him, because it's Orlando Magic. I didn't even know Orlando
Golly.
Magic. Like, I don't even know. I think Orlando Magic's like in the bottom of the pile here, aren't they? They got it. They're not due to. They're gonna get that. They're gonna get the Victor, whose last name is so goddamn hard to pronounce.
Winnebanya.
Oh,
Winnie.
oh, Jason knows it. Say it again, Jason.
Winnebanya.
But with like a more like Barry White voice.
Like a sultry voice.
Yeah.
Wimbenyama.
Yeah, I can't do it.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
They're in the Winnie sweepstakes. But okay, so I think that last time I checked the rookie of the year race, I think Benedict Mathurin was leading. He was number 1. I think the reason why he's being overshadowed is probably the team. I think it's just, I think that they need to be more consistent across the board when it comes to voting.
Mhm.
I feel like, even though you're not a great, you don't have the greatest team, if you put in them numbers like that, you need to be mentioned. You need to be
Yeah.
number 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think Indiana just has a better record right now, and they're like leaning more toward Indiana, or looking more at Benedict Mathurin. But when you look at Orlando Magic basketball, the person who they truly highlight for some reason is Bol Bol. They like completely ignore like Paolo Banchero.
Oh.
It's like
Mhm.
Bol this, Bol that. I'm a fan of Bol.
Bol?
I'm okay with it, but I'm just
Did you
Bol?
did you
Bol,
did you
Bol,
see him
Bol,
against
Bol.
New Jersey? Did you see
Yeah,
him
he's
just
not
start
like-
coming up and just start dribbling the ball up and just dropping threes? I think he hit like I think he probably hit about I think he hit 6. He hits like a pretty big amount
That's
of
another
threes.
thing. Yeah, that's another thing. Because remember, Jason last podcast said that he never sees Bol bring the ball up, and Bol brought the ball up.
Oh, he didn't bring the
Nice.
ball up. He dominated the nets there. He would just grab it and literally like just come up the court and stop.
Mhm.
You guys, yeah, I love Bol. He's
Yeah.
Yeah, he's being overshadowed by Bol right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Pablo Banchero is just such a great attacker of the basket. I made the mistake of having him the 3rd ranked guy last year in the draft. Obviously, I should have changed that, but I didn't have him as high because I didn't think his handle would translate as well and other parts of his skill would translate as well. But he's proven me wrong, and he's taught me a lesson as like somebody likes to do NBA draft stuff is when a guy can play with power and attack at the rim at elite level, you gotta kind of escalate and then elevate them, and that's just what he does. Everything centers around I'm 6'10", I have a good handle, and I'm really big and strong. I can finish at the rim. So I feel like this has really taught me a lesson as somebody that's like enjoys scouting guys. But Pablo Banchero is just having a great year, and this is going to be an LNBA guy. This is going to be a
for sure.
great power forward for a long time, and I'm happy to see it. I'm glad he proved me wrong. Yeah.
well, that's good, Jason. That's awesome.
Yeah.
I do not follow much of the rookies much, and I definitely don't watch Orlando Magic other than when I watch Bol highlights. That's
Mhm.
about it.
Bol is amazing.
But I'm gonna start watching them more of the rookies. But it's just since Chad Holmgren, what was his name? Holmgren? The guy
Chet
from-
Chet
Holmgren.
Holmgren.
Yeah. Since he got injured, he was my when he was coming into the league. I was just like I was waiting for him to come in, but sort of ruined my my rookie watching. So
He was definitely very intriguing to see if his skill set would translate to the NBA or if he would be able to get off his handle like he
Well,
usually did in Gonzaga.
we'll see what happens when he comes back next season on steroids.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's gonna need to make it in the NBA.
Oh, of course.
Like I'm talking, he's gonna need not just like the injections, like before games, he's gonna have to get the cream and just layer it on, and go hit the reps before he gets in there and just get jacked, because that's the only way he's gonna be able to, or like eating humans before game time just to put on that weight. He's gonna need to do something.
Wow,
Not
what an
eating
interesting
humans.
NBA story.
For sure. Let's
Breaking, Chet
first
Holmgren
off-
eats humans.
the basketball ass does not condone cannibalism.
Yeah.
Gotta put that out there.
We don't we
But
we,
do
we
approve
we-
of Canada having the greatest basketball league.
yeah. We condone
That's without a doubt.
we condone cannibalism because the inflation rates are so fucking high around here. We're starting to eat humans. You go for like milk now, it's like $10. It's like going and shopping in Europe, dude. It's crazy. Fuck. Don't even get me started with that. I don't swear much. You guys can block that out, but Jesus Christ.
No, I'm leaving it.
No. We can
All
also
right.
cut out that Magic Johnson one out too. I don't want to be getting no death threats here in Canada. They can find me in the woods somewhere.
That's a stay too. That's funny. I mean, like, hey, I'm pretty sure. I mean, like, yeah, it's not truly funny, but like,
Mhm.
it made me laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's all in good fun. They know we don't mean any harm by it.
Yeah. It's a joke. We're allowed to
Yeah,
make jokes.
just like-
yeah.
Exactly. You know, like I don't really want maple syrup from Darren.
You want, but no, you're not getting. You're not. First of all, Darren, your little fantasy of Darren and maple syrup ain't happening. I don't know where this is coming from. You're gonna get maple syrup, but it's gonna be in a box, and it's just gonna be saying from Darren. But Darren is not gonna be handing you in any way maple syrup. This is hey Chris, this has got to stop.
You have like a tree out there.
No.
You got a tree out there with a spigot. And you just turn it on and maple syrup comes
No,
out.
that's how we live. That's how we've been living. Is off maple syrup, dude. The inflation rates are crazy, dude. You know how much it is for bread here now? It's like $6.
Jeez, oh my
Yeah,
God.
Jesus is right. For a can of pop, it's like for $3, dude. There's a place we call now the dollar store. It's bullshit because it's not the dollar store because it's like everything you walk in there, it's like $2 to $10, man. It's BS.
Yeah, it's not a dollar store.
No, you're gonna get me cursing, man.
Branding.
You see these feeds? I told you guys last episode. I'm trying here. You see these meditation feeds? I wear these things and I'm trying, and they're not fucking working.
Oh my
Oh
God.
goodness. Yeah, so I only have one
Woosah.
more thing to talk about is
Go ahead.
the thing that made me most upset watching this week, just like Darren is right now, was watching Ben Simmons playing at the center position for the New Jersey Nets, but only staying in the dunker spot. What I mean by that is he's standing a few feet off to the rim to the right for the lob, and he's basically
Mhm.
running the pick and roll and just coming off the ball as a lob. He doesn't touch the ball at all as like in a situation where he can shot create or he can go downhill. It was absolutely terrible. You know what I mean? And I can't believe that they're using him that way. He's not DeAndre Jordan. If you're going to put him at the center position, use him in ways that Draymond Green is used, with the ball in his
Mhm.
hands, movement around him, and then you can watch him pass the ball and average like 8 points per game and 8 assists a game and 8 rebounds if you want to, see that. But it's just a terrible way to use him, and I feel like it's just a great indication of something we brought up in a previous podcast, which is the New Jersey Nets or Brooklyn Nets, or whatever the fuck you want to call them, suck at being an NBA organization.
There we
They
go.
just suck.
There we go.
They're terrible.
There we
This is a
go.
great example of if you gave the Charlotte Hornets, LeBron James, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, they couldn't win any rings because some organizations just can't figure out how to do basketball. They would have Steph Curry,
He's
LeBron
rolling.
James,
He's rolling.
and Kevin Durant, and they would have Kevin Durant playing like DeAndre Jordan, catching lobs. Like they just figure out unique and creative ways to fuck up the sport of basketball.
We
Their
are,
chances
we
are-
are, we,
Let it
we-
out.
we
Let it
are-
out.
I don't know,
Let it
I don't
out.
know how this podcast thing works, but we are definitely gone from explicit to rated R after this episode. The F
Just let it out,
bombs,
Jason. Keep it going.
just everything's
That's what I'm
coming up.
talking about.
Yeah, just let it go, man. Like you
Let
obviously
it out. This
don't
is
like the
amazing.
Brooklyn Nets, and you don't like Ben
No.
Simmons.
Let it go. Let it go.
Because
Let
they
it go.
backed down. They backed down
Which
when
is-
they had a chance to get one of the top 5 coaches in the league, which was the Boston Celtics old coach
Please.
Ime Udoka.
Ime Udoka, but they went with the cheap dollar store version, and now they're watching Ben Simmons play like DeAndre Jordan. He is not DeAndre fucking Jordan. Okay, I'm just like leave it on that. Okay, I'm done.
whoa.
I'm done.
Are you
Brooklyn
sure?
Nets will never be anything.
Whoa.
Are they the old Sacramento now?
So was
Because
that-
Sacramento
so-
didn't have a great
well,
first half.
I'm confused here. Was that a question or was that just a rant? I just got Ben Simmons out of that. But so I'm just gonna tell you
What
right
would
now,
you guys do with Ben Simmons?
I've told you the last podcast, exile him from the NBA until he gets a jump shot. He's a great defender. He can do it.
Mm.
But I'd like for him, like you were saying, he can only go in the dunk area because he can't do layups right now. Just something it's I don't know. I don't like bashing players and all that stuff, but this guy really needs to start. He had an off season to change a lot of stuff. It's just that
True.
it hasn't changed. So I don't know where they go from here. I think there's a clause in the Brooklyn Nets saying that because he got traded as a rookie or something like that, that they can't trade him or something's going on. But they need to. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know about Ben Simmons, man.
What do you think, Chris?
So I think that I don't understand why the change in the game plan, because it was like probably 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think that he was like slowly on the uphill of like playing better. I think he went from like 8 to like 10 or 12 points, and then like next thing I know is like we're not talking about Ben Simmons anymore, and he's like not averaging the same amount of points anymore. It's like that uphill battle just dropped off really fast. And I think it's just bad coaching at this point. Because why?
Yeah.
And I'm going to say this, Jason. Be prepared for this F-bomb to drop.
Hey,
why in the fuck would you ever place him at the center and put him in the dunker position? Do you understand what you have? 6'9", ready? I mean, 6'9", 6'10", and prepared to carve up defenses with his passing ability. And he's also he can. You're talking about a guy who could penetrate and kick like no other on that team. Like he this is the guy that you want on this team. You have Kyrie and KD, right? Who are two great scorers. You add Ben Simmons for what reason? If you're gonna put him at the center position, you added him so that he could do the thinking for Kyrie and KD because they're not passers. Remember this. They don't pass the ball. They shoot ball. So I gotta talk to them like this because evidently they don't get it.
Yeah.
They don't shoot ball. I mean, they don't pass ball. They shoot ball.
Yeah.
So you must use Ben Simmons to his strengths. This is why you're a terrible run organization, because you don't understand what Ben brings to the table. I'm not the biggest Ben Simmons fan, okay? Never was, never will be. I don't really like the guy, okay? Because I don't like how he sat out. I don't like how he forced trades and all this other stuff and was like, I'm a cry because my best player and my coach said they can't win with me and talking like this. I'm not really a big fan of him, but I do understand that this guy brings a specific set of skills to the basketball court that is not being utilized correctly because of how stupid, scratch that, how much dumb, they're dumb as fuck in Brooklyn. How dare you? What the heck? Dumbasses. Like, you understand. You know what he brings to the table. Why are you? This is what you brought him here for.
Well, Jason. Yeah. Jason, this is a great way to end the episode on this one, I guess, eh?
Yeah.
I don't really even know how you can just top that, because you just wow. I don't know what more to say after that. I
stupid. I swear, like, what the heck?
Okay. Calm down there. Drink some maple syrup, buddy. Drink some maple syrup.
I don't have any.
Your special friend Darren will give it to you. Calm down.
Yeah, you might be Christmas present. We'll see.
All right.
Well,
yeah, we should probably.
I would just.
This is a good time to wrap it up.
I would just like to say before we wrap it up that whoever is listening to this podcast, we are accepting donations, money, anything legal. Anything legal? Yes.
Legal tender.
Yeah, we're looking
syrup donations.
Yeah, we're looking for anything. Sponsorships, anything.
Yeah.
We would like to get something going on here. I don't know what kind of kinky stuff that Jason and Chris like, but I'm more into the video games. I like video games.
I like video games.
NBA 2K would be a nice one. Basketball Reference.
True.
I don't know what kind of maple syrup companies there are, but I'm pretty sure Chris does.
Can we get some jerseys? That'd be nice to get some jerseys. You know, I want a LeBron James jersey or AD jersey. Nice. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. I think jerseys would be nice, or like cash and envelopes sent to an address in which I will post below in the messages.
Not cash and envelopes. That's what scares me.
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
American dollars for me, please. In Canada, it's worth more. The inflation is killing me. We do accept cannibalism in Canada. Through the winter.
Disclaimer.
Through the winter only.
Through the winter only.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty, so recap. What did we guys learn today? Today we learned that Brooklyn Nets are dumb as fuck.
Yep.
The Milwaukee Bucks are the better team. And probably will win the NBA championship.
Ooh, yes.
We also learned that Larry Bird can't guard Xavier Moon.
Ooh, what a great learning experience.
It's such a great learning experience here. What else did we learn here today?
You guys really want to get kicked off this fucking podcast, don't you?
The Lakers are gonna make the playoffs.
You know
That's
what?
always- we also learned that
I'm
they-
trying not to swear because I got a nephew that listens to this and he's about 10 or 12. So when he says that, when I say these bad words, I just try to explain to him that it's just like they're just spontaneous things. You can say them once in a while, but I really try not to swear. But man, you guys are, I don't know, Xavier Moon. Like, come on, man. The guy weighs about as much as the guy weighs about as much as a pencil. All right. I don't even. I can't.
Hey, he weighs the same amount as me.
Like I said, a pencil.
He weighs 160. Wow. Okay.
165? What do you eat?
Not much.
Jesus. Do they starve? Like, I thought the inflation here was bad, dude. Like, what the fuck is going on over in Cleveland?
No, I just don't be having appetites.
We know what happens with Jason.
Let's not talk about my appetite eating habits.
Jason can just go out and go shoot his goddamn food because in Texas anything's legal to shoot. So you just go outside and just go, oh, hey, honey, what are we having for dinner? Oh, I see a fucking deer right there. There's a deer right there, honey. You shoot the goddamn thing. There's a muskrat. You can have muskrat for dessert.
Oh my goodness. That's
Deer and
Texas.
muskrat. That is Texas. What else did we learn? Oh, that Magic is the better player between him and Larry Bird. We learned that as well.
We also learned that the Lakers are not going to be making the NBA playoffs this year and will not be winning the championship.
We learned that the Lakers will be making the playoffs this year.
Ooh,
I
you're
think-
getting outvoted.
I think we're just going to end it here. The only way the Lakers will win the championship is if they sign Kobe Bryant to a 10-day contract.
RIP to the Black.
Yeah. See, there we go. Yeah, no, that was. I wish he was back. He's one of the players that I
Yeah,
wish
yeah.
was back. I don't even say that in like a bad way. I would just like to say it's like honestly watching him play on his games and stuff. Unreal player. I wish he was.
Yeah.
I wish he was around to be in the Lakers. Like he could be a coach for the Lakers. I think that would have been a great
Mhm.
transition.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
But, like-
I think coaching or somewhere in the front office.
with unfortunate to his death, I just I truly believe that would be the only way they would make the playoffs this year if they did sign Kobe. Still. And it's quiet. Yeah, now you guys know
I
how you
can't
feel
disagree
when
with
I
that
say
one.
about my Larry Bird and stuff, huh? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
Okay, well-
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, one thing we did learn, we also did learn that the CBL does have some good players who have
Yeah.
also eventually left the CBL and went to go, play in, the G League. So we're doing great with that.
Listen,
as well.
I don't even know
Yeah.
why we're even talking about the CBL. No one gives a fuck about it. I don't care about it. No one watches it here. The only reason why people watch it, I told you guys last episode, because it's it's fucking insomnia. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
So I put on YouTube, I put CBL, and you guys saw when Ken was talking about it.